Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another review today on a trade that we took on January the 20th on Trump's inauguration. And it was actually a very nice trading day for me. It was not a very big win, but it was a decent win. Like today, we actually ended the day on $660, and we also finished 250k top step accounts. So let's have a look on how we did that, and then you might learn something as well from it. So, first of all, when we are going to look and scroll forward to first presentation being generated, so there we go, we see that we have a gap size of 139.5. So if you have been watching the 2024 mentorship and the 2025 lectures of trading the opening range gap, ICT mentions that whenever we have a gap size that's bigger than 120 handles, you should expect the price not to go lower than 25%. And I adjusted that a little bit according to my own model, where I will trade instead of the whole quadrants. I will halve the entire opening range gap and will trade the quadrants of that. So that is what we are currently looking at. Also next to that we have a new dog, NDOG and NWOG bias. Those are both bearish, and we have a daily bias as bearish as well. Right now we are looking at MNQ, but the NQ one that I trade on my funded accounts is actually also incorporating the weekly bias, and that was bearish as well. So let's have a look. So first presentation has been generated. We are looking at a premium gap. Everything is screaming bearish, meaning that every part of our strategy is currently not conflicting with each other, meaning that we have a very good likelihood of having a nice trade today. So let's see what happens. As you can see, right now prices was still playing a little bit with us. It was not closing below, and eventually we did close below. As you can see, we actually already closed below on this candle, but this candle didn't close low enough. So in my strategy, I right now have that the candle should close X amount of handles below before I consider it a valid entry. But it does close below enough on this candle. And as you can see, we immediately get triggered in as well. Right now, this is set on 8. Yes, 8 contracts. Do not have a look at that. I traded myself with 7 contracts instead of 8, so that you are aware of that. So anyway, we go in, we put our stop loss on the high of this candle, well actually one tick above it, and we put our first target, as you can see on the next candle, on the 12.5%, but not entirely the 12.5%. Why? Because I added something to my strategy recently, and that is that my first TP has to be has a minimum amount but also a maximum amount. And in this case, it was that the maximum amount of 12.5%. This was larger than my maximum amount handles, so we place our first break even here instead of here. And after that is just the same. We take profit at the 25% of 38.5, the midpoint, and then well, the next one, the 125%. So relatively quickly we actually go to our profit objective. I have to admit that during this time that we got back into first presentation, I got a bit anxious, especially because our stop was not that large. It was, I think, 8 handles. Here you can see 7 handles, but it was around 7 to 8 handles anyway. But every time that we just wicked in it and didn't close above consequent encroachment, that gave me some more conviction that it was all going to be okay, and that we will go eventually lower to at least our break-even target. So we hit our profit target, our first 25%, we take off 2 contracts, put our stop to break even. We quickly hit 50%, we even hit 75% if I'm correct, and even 100%. So according to my philosophy of when the gap is greater than 120, we just reached full gap closure. It is not a full gap closure, this is just midpoint, but this is according to my philosophy of instead uh, of halving the quadrants. So what you will see is that from this moment on we will just keep going up. We will go once lower, as you can see over here. You will see in the end when I will show my AMP live trades, I didn't do it on purpose, but I forgot to place a limit order over here. So I actually have a limit order over here. I was eating with I was having dinner with my girlfriend at this moment being. At least I was cooking dinner, I think it was, but okay. And as you can see, eventually at 1 o'clock, we stopped trading. And I actually did hold one contract overnight. And we actually got stopped out soon after. As you can see, we got stopped out. But I did hold one contract overnight because I was like, these seem like relatively equal lows. Let's see how it will go after the opening. And as you can see, quickly after that we got taken out, we went to those equal lows, as you can see. So it was said that we got taken out because otherwise we would have had a very nice trade of, let's see, well, 200 handles plus. But again, this was still a very good trade. I'm very happy with it, and I will show you my live executions right now. So let's go to live executions, remove those. And as you can see, these were my live executions. On X, I also showed these as well, but I had first presentation marked out, which is over here. And if you just remove everything from the chart and just hold first presentation, you see that this is a very clean trade. And how powerful first presentation is even over here. And as proof of the finishing 150k top step accounts, this was one account, and this one is 171k actually, because I had to gain 11k more because once I actually forgot to set my limit orders, and due to that fact I had to earn 11k more, like I said, due to the consistency rule. The other one did have a nice 159k, the normal profit target, and I am now funded with 300k extra on Top Step. So if you've got any questions in regards to the trade that I placed yesterday, well, feel free to leave a comment. And if you are interested in having a trial on the NW Liquidity Scalper, which I share a lot of on Twitter, well, you can actually go to my Twitter and sign up for a free trial over there. So for now, have a nice day and be safe.
In the morning light, markets take their flight. Nasdaq opens tight, oh my god, it feels so right.